Now it's time to create a multi-section solid, and I'm going to show you a very simple one, and next I'm going to create complex ones. So let's start with two different planes and create some sketches in two different planes. So the first one, I'm going to create the XY plane and select this, and here I'm going to add very simple shapes like a rectangle. So I click this rectangle here, and let's have some constraints. For example, this is going to be about 100 millimeters. This is going to be about 140, and I guess this should be about 70 millimeters so that it is aligned to the center. And again, this is going to be 50 millimeters, and now it is in the center of my plane. So I exit my workbench, and now that I am here, I want to create a new plane. So I select this plane, and it is going to be offset from the XY plane, and it's about 100 millimeters above this plane. So I click OK. I click OK, and so I'm going to go to sketch area and select this plane first, and go to sketch area. Now that I am aligned to this, I am going to create another, for example, rectangle like this. And again, I'm going to have some constraints for this. I'm going to have this about 60 millimeters, and this is going to be about 70 millimeters. So I want to make this centered. So I want it to be about 35. And this is going to be about 30. And now I exit my workbench. And now you can see that I have two different sketches in two different planes. I go to insert sketch-based features and go and select multi-section solids. And in the first pane, you should select the sketches that you need to create the multi-section solid out of them. So I select this first. You can see that the sketch is selected here. And you have some closing points. I'm going to talk about them later. I can see some arrows. This is not going to be important here because I'm selecting two very similar and simple shapes. This is the second, and now I have two sketches. Now I select the preview. You can see this is some kind of, a drafted pocket, so a drafted pad. So I click OK, and now I have created such things. Let's see it in full. And this is the thing that I have created out of two planes. This is very easy. So let's cancel this, and I press Ctrl Z several times to delete this. And I'm going to create, first of all, three different planes, and I'm going to use different shapes in this. So I go and select this plane tool. And now that I have created this, I'm going to select the XY plane as the reference plane. I'm going to have four planes right now. So I type in offset. The offset is going to be 50 millimeters. And I click on repeat object after OK. Now, whenever I click OK, it will ask me how many instances do you want except the one that you have created. I have two here, and that's okay. I click OK, and now you can see that I have, let's see how many planes that I have created. I press Control and page down, and you can see that I have three new planes. So I created two more instances beside the instance that I created here. So I'm going to have different sketches in different planes. So first of all, I want to go to the base plane. The base plane is XY, so I create a rectangle here. I'm not going to have any constraint, so I exit my workbench. I go to the second plane, I go to sketch, and now here I'm going to select the rectangle again, like this. I exit my workbench. I go to the third one, go to sketch, and again another rectangle is going to be here like this. And I exit my workbench, and the fourth plane that is here is going to have another sketch. Let's have this aligned. And this one is going to be very simple and small rectangle. So I have four different sketches in four different planes. So let's go and select the multi-section solid thing. I go to insert sketch based feature and go to select the multi-section solid. Now I make sure that the ellipse in the upper pane is selected because I'm going to add sketches here one by one. This is the first one, this is the second, third, and this is the fourth one. And now let's click on preview and you can see that there is a curve added to my shape. And I cannot change this curve because this is selected by default. Now let's see the effect of changing the closing points here. If I go and select on the little arrows here, you can see the shape is going to change. So I click on preview, you can see that the shape is going to have very complex things. If I click on OK, you can see the lines here. These lines are not in you know let's go to the up there. You can see that the lines are, crossing each other because in this case I have selected very simple rectangles. This has made not big difference. So if I had some complex shape in between, this may have created some errors for my shape. So let's go to multi-section solid and double click on this. And again, I'm going to have this closing point back to its original place, and you can see the preview is corrected right now.